It's been a little while, but I'm glad to be back to doing some videos for you guys. So today we are going to talk about the steps to writing an effective sales pitch or a sales speech. All right, so the first thing that you're going to do when you are writing a sales speech is you need to, sales speech, or sometimes it's called a sales pitch. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do when writing a speech like this is find a perfect hook. Now, what I mean by a perfect hook is a good way to draw your audience in. You need to have something that is going to make them want to listen to you. A lot of times this is a question or a statement, like a question like, I don't know, let's say you're trying to sell a hair shampoo and you want them to buy your particular kind. So maybe your question is, do you want your hair to look the best that it can possibly look? Or maybe it could be, have you ever experienced the perfect shampoo? Okay, so you need something that's going to make your audience listen to you. It's the difference between somebody passing on by or stopping and listening. Okay, so the second thing that you're going to do is you're going to solve the problem. Now, when you're trying to sell something, you need your customer, your client, to know what it is, why your product is better than other products out there. Maybe it's a problem they didn't know they had. Maybe it's a problem that your product fixes better than somebody else's. So once you've convinced them to start listening, you need to show how you can help them. All right? So maybe there's a common issue that your client would face that your product or service can solve. So let's say for shampoo, solving the problem is, you could say, does your current shampoo leave your hair limp and lifeless? Well, our shampoo, whatever. So the problem that they have is that the shampoo that they use leaves their hair just kind of blah. And so solving the problem says that my product will fix that problem. So my shampoo will make your hair full and bouncy. Okay, so you're solving the problem. The next thing you're going to do is back the claim with facts. Now, you cannot just make this up. If you make it up, that's when you get in trouble legally. But if you have facts that can back it up, it will really help to sell your product to your client. So in other words, you can say, we did a blind test, in other words, a test where they didn't know what brand it was, and 7 out of 10 of the people who participated in our test said that their hair was bouncier and more full when they used our shampoo compared to the leading competitor. All right, so you're backing that up with facts. A lot of times, if this is print media, it could be in a chart. Statistics such as 7 out of 10, 5 out of 10, most people, statistics are going to really help to sell that to people, okay? The next thing you're going to do is ask for the sale. 85% of interactions between salespeople and clients end without the salesperson ever asking the person if they want to buy. A lot of times, all it takes is giving them the opportunity to say yes. So once you have drawn them in and they're listening to you. You tell them about the problem, you solve it, you back it up with facts. The next thing you need to do is ask for the sale. So in other words, this is the time when you would say, would you like to buy this shampoo? Or if it were a commercial, it could be something along the lines of, go to your nearest store and buy such and such a shampoo. That's asking for the sale. Once you've done all of these things, you need to make sure and give them instructions for how to get your product. Because sometimes people are like, yeah, I would like that product, but where do I get it? And so if you don't tell them this information, then they obviously can't buy it. All right, so I'm going to erase this here so we can get the next, so we can get 5, 6, and 7. Just won't fit here on the board. And just a reminder, you can always stop the video or rewatch it in order to get all the information down, but you will want to have these down in your notes. All right, so number 5 is going to be short and sweet does the trick. So this is just a cute little saying, meaning you don't have to make this a long, drawn-out process. Usually, just giving them the information, keeping it short, doing it in a polite, not aggressive, not mean way, but a short, nice way, usually convinces people to purchase your product if they're going to. If it's too long, then your buyer is going to get bored and lose interest, but you want to give them enough information to convince them without being too much. Okay? Number 6 is check your grammar. This is especially if it's print media, but it can be in the way that you're speaking as well. If you say something that is not correct grammar, it's going to come across as if you are not knowledgeable about your subject, okay? So if you write it down, make sure you spell check. So if it's written, like an article or an ad, always, always, always spell check it. There's nothing worse than seeing misspelled words in an ad. It just makes people discredit or ignore the information that you're giving them because they think you're not intelligent enough to have checked all of that out, okay? So you want to make sure and check your grammar and check your spelling. And then number 7, don't forget to follow up. So on this is more if you are doing person-to-person sales. It's a little bit hard if you are doing an ad, but if you are doing an article or an email, you can always send another email. Something along the lines of, after you saw this information before, were you able to go out and purchase this product? If not, is there something we can do to help you purchase this product if you had issues, things like that? So make sure that if you can follow up, you do. This can be a phone call, if it's to an individual, or an email, or if it is like a print ad or something like that, you can follow up. You can follow up by doing another ad or by providing follow-up info on the ad. So sometimes at the bottom it can say, for more information, contact this number or go to this website. So that can be a way of following up on an ad. All right, so the 7 ways, or the 7 steps to a sales pitch are find the perfect hook, solve the problem, back it up with facts, ask for the sale, short and sweet does the trick, grammar and spell check, and don't forget to follow up. And I actually got all of this information off of a website called superoffice.com. It does a great job of laying out the sales speech. So I wanted to make sure that if you need to, you can check that out. I'll try to add a link to it on Edmodo so you guys can take a look if you would like to. Thank you.